What's going on, y'all? It is me, Jefferson, here on Kicksologist.com, coming to you guys with another performance review. And today I got the Nike Zoom Crusader, and let's get straight into it. That's about it on the Crusaders. Now let me go ahead and get onto the actual review. So the cushion on this features a two types of rubber. All right, you got this in the blue right here. You have a lower density rubber. It isn't as hard as the outside, the outer layer. But so this is a great shoe for indoor and outdoor. It's a good combination. So if you're looking for an indoor and outdoor basketball shoe, this is a great shoe to have. I've used this at least 5 times outdoor, and then the wear on them is very minimal. The actual pattern on this doesn't allow dust to stick onto the shoe. So, but I did, have to swipe every now and then. But overall, the sneaker did just fine. I thought it was gonna be worse than that. Traction on this, good solid 8 out of 10. Very nice. Now the cushion is, of course, Nike Zoom, like I mentioned. I really like how the midsole breaks in. I think it's a Phylon midsole, and the carrier is very, very low density, so you could really feel the Zoom bag. Cushion, you got a heel Zoom bag and a heel, just a regular size Zoom bag, and then you got a rectangle size 4-foot Zoom bag right here that runs through like that, like a rectangle, kind of like the KD6s. I gave the score for the cushion 8 out of 10. So it's a really great combination how they made the Zoom Air units feel very responsive because of this Phylon midsole right here. Very nice. It isn't too stiff or anything where you can't feel the Zoom units, you know what I mean? So that's that. Cushion is superb, 8 out of 10. Nothing too great, but it was just enough to make it fun to play in. The lockdown and support, which is kind of gets a little tricky, but before I get into that, I'll go ahead and talk about heel to toe transition. The toe off is nice. You got a really nice toe off on this shoe. It flexes really well. So the transition is very nice from heel strike to toe off. So the shoe does play really smooth, isn't clunky or anything like that. So here's heel to toe transition. I gave it an 8.5 out of 10 because it was just that fun to play in. This shoe is very agile, very, very quick. So if you like to cut and whatnot and just run around pretty much, this shoe's really, really good for that. Next up is lockdown, and lockdown. So 4-foot lockdown is great. You got like flywire strands. So first gen flywire right there. 4-foot I had no problems. The midfoot, you got the really nice traditional lacing system. There's no flywire or none of that fancy stuff. It's just typical simple stuff, which the job gets done, but it doesn't get done in the heel, which sacrifices a lot of support, stability, and all that stuff. At first, it is pretty rigid because it's a brand new shoe, but once you break the shoe in, like after like 5 wearings, the neoprene sleeve starts to give in. Because of that, it isn't very supportive. It isn't rigid around the heel, so your heel kind of like is just free to go wherever it wants to. To some extent, though, I mean, you still get adequate lockdown. You got the internal heel cup right here, and also this lace loop. This is pretty much what's holding your heel in place. But if you're a larger player, like who likes to play big and whatnot, and this is always like this is broken in and it gives you a lot of give on the shoe, it's not very safe to play in. Definitely stability is an issue in this, which is why I gave it a 7.5 out of 10. But the support of the shoe is a 7 out of 10. I docked it a half a point because it doesn't have a shank right here. Try to flex it, you know what I mean? It's still pretty good. Since it does not have the required heel lockdown and just rigidness around the heel area, I gave it a 7 out of 10. This shoe isn't for everybody. I would say this shoe is a really good shoe for like the guard, the shooting guard, and a small forward or whatnot. But if you play big, I'd definitely probably take a pass on this. Just because of that. So the fit on this shoe is really good. Lockdown and fit is really nice. I really like how it feels around my feet because I have a narrow foot, except just that heel lockdown and whatnot. But next up, I want to talk about is durability, and these shoes are really durable. Like I said, man, it's a good indoor-outdoor shoe. This will last pretty long time, man. The upper is made out of mesh and fuse, which again, just synthetics everywhere, which will last quite some time. The materials are good. 8.5 out of 10. So I added all the scores up. Traction, I gave it an 8. Cushion, I give it an 8. Lockdown, I give it a 7.5. Heel to toe transition, I give it 8.5. Support, a 7. And durability, a 8.5 out of 10. So the overall score is a 7.91. I'll go ahead and just round it to an 8. And the shoe, to me personally, I would give it an 8.5 out of 10. That's just how great these are. Now the reason why I have these Kobe 5s out here is because the shoe plays just like the Kobe 5s, man. Except the only thing that the Kobe 5 has above the Crusaders is the heel lockdown support and whatnot. The overall support of the shoe is a little bit better, but the shoe, they both play very, very similar. You got the same type of cushion. They're both low cut. They're both very agile and fast shoes. The only thing, my only gripe is the Kobe 5 traction isn't as great as it should be. So if they replace this traction with like herringbone, dude, this thing would be a beast of a shoe. So I just wanted to bring something back old school in a video. But yeah, so if you're looking for a shoe that isn't super expensive, there's no fancy stuff or anything like that, go get a pair of these. Again, the fit is true to size. I forgot to mention that. The fit is true to size. It is on a little bit on a narrow side, so if you have a fat foot, if you have a wide foot, I definitely give a pass on that. Especially if you're a bigger player who have wide feet, would definitely try these on first. But yeah, man, these shoes are great. I had enjoyed every single time I played in these, man. Probably one of my favorites I played in so far this year, even if it was a last year shoe. There is a new shoe coming out called Nike Zoom Run the 1 or something like that, and it's like pretty much the Crusader 2. So those are gonna be they took off the inner booty or the neoprene sleeve on that, and hopefully it performs just as good as these. If you guys want to know more about the Zoom Crusader, I have a detailed review on the site, kicksologist.com, so make sure you click the link down below. Make sure to subscribe to this channel, subscribe to our Instagrams. Go check us out, kicksologist.com. And yeah, so thank you guys for watching. Follow me on my personal Instagram account at Jefferson with 3 R's, and also my YouTube channel, same thing. And until next time, thank you guys for watching. Deuces.